so when I left the company in 2001, I pretty much right away started my own dance theater company. And in my own work, I've always been a hybrid of speaking and moving, but I was not a highly trained theater artist. I was really came to theater through dance quite organically and intuitively. And then over the years, just scaffolded that practice with more rigor and education around theater. And inside that, I was teaching some somatics and a lot of dance, and then started to teach choreographers more choreography, and was teaching in and out of academia. And I felt like I needed a little more structure to my teaching practice. So I got my MFA and I got a degree called the CMA, Certified Movement Analyst, which is a practice called Laban and it's analyzing the human body for its meaning. And that really brought me into both theater and healing work, somatic healing work. So now I still teach dance. I teach lots of practices for theater makers and dance makers. I work one-on-one with clients on their recovery and voice building and expressivity and efficiency. And I choreograph for theater.
So I've, as you talk about, I haven't heard of the Laban, what would you say, Laban what?
Movement analysis.
Oh, okay, Laban. I haven't heard of Laban before. How would you compare that? Because I know you're going to know this because you've done theater and dance. How would you compare that to like Gabrielle Roth?
Oh, such a totally different Gabrielle.
Okay. Yeah, tell me more.
More, 5 rhythms, ecstatic dance, authentic movement. Gaga, I would say, have like a world together. Essentially, they're ways of initiating movement in the body towards freer and more authentic expression. In their own ways, each of those does that. Laban is quite a scientific, rigorous system for analyzing human movement. So he wanted to create a notation system similar to music notation. And so a composer can write a music score and then, pass along.
Anybody can reproduce it, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we can reproduce it hundreds of years later. Choreographer makes a dance, and good luck. Hopefully people remember it. This was, of course, before the advent of video. Now we can videotape it. But in creating the notation system, he had to analyze all the different aspects of human movement. What body part is doing what action, with what quality, and what direction in space, for what reason. And that became a formula for being able to read meaning in the body. And some of it became the field of nonverbal communication. Some of it became child psychology. Some of it became a lot of work that we do in theater. There are tons of applications for the work. So I got my degree in that, and that really led me into theater in a more profound way.
I would imagine. It sounds first of all, it sounds incredibly comprehensive. I don't even know. I'm a little bit I can't even imagine how somebody could do all that. But it also sounds very analytical from somebody who's from a very somatic kind of feeling, background. So how did you end up parlaying into that and really it's like somebody who was a painter going in to learn how to do acupuncture and memorizing the meridians and all the interactions between them. How did you make that transition?
It's exactly why I needed the work, is that I was so intuitive and feeling and enteric, and I don't know why, but this is what I want to do. And it was beautiful, and I really appreciated it, and I still have all of that, and I still appreciate it about myself. And it did not feel recreatable, repeatable. It didn't feel nuanced. It didn't feel scientifically scaffolded. And I really wanted that kind of rigor underneath it. And I wanted the ability to feel a little more in control of my intuition.